Good evening. Good evening. Hi, hello, namaste, everyone. Welcome to today's session of Katha with Karadi with me, Sushree Mishra. I'm going to tell you my story today. This is the story I'm going to tell you, The Night Monster. It has been wonderfully illustrated by Sanket Petkar and it has been published by Karadi Tales. Isn't it lovely that we have Katha with Karadi series where you can get to listen to stories and we, storytellers and authors, get to tell our stories. It's exciting both ways, isn't it? Okay, so I will get started with the story in a little while, but before that, I would like to ask you all to do something. We will talk a little bit about emotions. Can you all pat yourself on the back? Pat yourself on the back, everyone, all you lovely children out there. Now ask me why I wanted you to pat yourself on the back. That's because you have been brave COVID warriors. You have been absolutely wonderful, listening to stories, learning new things, and maybe helping your parents as well. Isn't that wonderful? So you deserve a pat on the back. And now I'm going to take you to a totally different emotion, that is fear. Isn't it a complete contrast from happy to fear? So let's talk about fear. What are the things that make you scared? Let me share some of the things that make me scared. I stay on a campus where we see a lot of wildlife around. We see snakes, we see leopards, and we see monkeys. I'm not scared of the monkeys, but I'm scared of the snakes and the leopards that I see. What are you scared of? Can you please comment and let me know what are some things that scare you? And I can see your comments right there. Okay, so some of you are scared of lizards, some of you are scared of the dark, some of you are scared of many other things. So today I'm going to tell you the story of a little boy named Avi. And Avi was scared of the night. He was a little boy. The day was absolutely beautiful to him. He loved running after the butterflies. He loved looking at the sky. He loved to stare at the sun. He even loved going to school. And he loved to do his homework as well. But as and when the day settled into dark and the dark settled into night, Afi was very scared of the night. He would think a monster would come in the night. He would feel a monster would peep from the windows. It would stare at him. He would feel a monster is under the bed. And he would feel the monster knocking at the door. He would see all these dangerous looking shadows on the walls of his room and everywhere outside his windows. The night really scared him. Avi was scared of the night. But don't worry, he had his lovely sister to help him. His sister's name was Swati, and he would run to her for every problem that he had. So this night, when the night scared him, he ran to his sister and he said, Swati, Swati, the night scares me. There is a monster that comes in the night. It stares through my window. It knocks on my door. It even gets under my bed. I'm so scared. Please do something to help me. His sister smiles. She loves her little brother. She cares for him. So she gives him an idea. Why don't you do one thing? Why don't you draw what you're scared of and draw it on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in a box, and lock it. And then Avi loves the idea of drawing his fear on a piece of paper and locking it up. He trusts his sister. So he goes to his room, he takes a paper, he takes a pen, and he starts drawing the night monster. He draws the night monster with all its tentacles. He draws the night monster's big claws and big teeth and huge. The night monster is huge. He draws everything on the piece of paper and then he folds it up and he puts it in a box. What I want all of you to do is imagine this hand of yours is a paper. Imagination is a strong tool, right? So use this hand as a paper. Imagine you have a pen in your right hand and start drawing what you're scared of all the things that you share, of the lizards, cockroaches, anything else at all. So draw it on a piece of paper. Come on, I'll give you some time to draw. Draw it on the piece of paper. I am also drawing. Remember what I'm scared of? I'm scared of the snakes and the leopards. So I'm drawing the snake and the leopard. And I will fold up the paper and I will lock it up in a box. I want all of you to lock it up in a box. So Avi has locked up his fears and so have we. So does the monster not come in the night? Let's see. It's evening time. Avi has his evening snacks. He likes to eat healthy, so he has his beetroot cutlets. They are very healthy. And he waits for it to get dark again. It gets really, really dark soon. And he waits in his room to see if the night monster comes this time. Right when the clock strikes 9, he again sees the night monster staring from the window. He sees it make all kinds of strange noises. He sees all those shadows creeping up of the walls again. So Avi is still scared of the night. The monster was back. And Avi feels very, very, very scared of the monster. Any guesses on what he does? Who does he go to? He runs back to his sister again. And he tells her, Swati, Swati, the monster is back. It is trying to scare me again. I see all the shadows again. I see all the noises again. I hear them. I'm still scared. Swati says, don't worry about it. I have another idea. What idea does she give again? She has lots of ideas to help her little brother. She's caring, isn't she? So she thinks of another idea. She tells her little brother, why don't you do one thing? Let's communicate with the monster. Why don't you write to the monster? Write a letter to the monster and maybe, just maybe, the monster will reply back. Avi thinks to himself, I am not going to meet the monster. I just have to write to the monster. And my English teacher has taught me how to write a letter. She is wonderful. So I know how to write a letter. So I will write a letter to the night monster today, thinks Avi. And Avi starts writing to the night monster. Dear night monster, I am just a little kid. Why are you scaring me? Please don't scare me. Night monster. And he signs off Avi. He folds the letter and he keeps it under his pillow. And he sleeps in the night. And when it is morning, anxiously, nervously, he's waiting. Does the monster reply back? He doesn't know yet. He hasn't checked it yet. So he looks under his pillow and what does he see? The monster has replied back. The night monster has written to him. So let's read what the monster has written to Avi. Here is the letter. Let me open it. So what does it say? Dear Avi, I am not a monster. Why do you say I am a monster? I never tried to scare you. I'm a little confused. Not night monster, just night. Okay. Avi reads this letter and says, what does it mean by it doesn't try to scare me? I see all these shadows. I hear all these noises. I hear the curtains blow and it is telling me it doesn't scare me. Let me write a letter to the monster and tell him how exactly he scares me. So he starts writing a letter to the monster again. This night, he takes out his paper, he takes out his crayons, and he writes to the monster again. What does he write this night? He writes, Dear night monster, you scare me with your hoot hoot noises, and you scare me when you make the curtains blow. I am very scared of you. You are a night monster, Avi. And he folds the paper and he again keeps it under his pillow. The next day morning, he receives a reply again. Every night, Avi writes to the monster, and every night the monster replies back. So this time, what has the monster written? Do you want to know? Can you all tell me who makes the hoot hoot noises in the night? Do you know who makes the hoot hoot noises? Can you tell me? Can some of you let me know? Okay. So now someone is saying, poor monster, it feels very bad. Okay. So, yes, that's right. I have some answers. Ananya, Vinayak, Amita are telling us that it's the owl that makes the hoot hoot noise. And do you know who it is who makes the curtains blow? Can you tell me that? Who makes the curtains blow? Okay, so I can hear some of you are saying that it's bats and owls which make the noise, and some of you are saying it's the wind which makes, some of you are saying it's her sister who is making the curtains blow. Okay, then what happens next? The night monster has written back, right? Let's see what the night monster has said. Dear Avi, I am not the one who is trying to scare you. It is the owl which is singing in the night. She is just singing. Hoot, 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 hoot. She's not trying to scare you. She's my friend. And the curtains, they are being blown by the wind. I am not trying to scare you with the sounds and the curtains. Please don't think I am a monster. Not a monster, just night. Okay, now Avi thinks to himself, just as all of you said, the owl makes the hoot hoot noise, the wind makes the curtains blow. The monster may not be that scary. But then he thinks again, there are other things that the night monster scares me with. Again, I'm going to write a letter tonight to the monster. So he starts writing again. What does he write this time? Dear night monster, you scare me with all those dark shadows. I see them outside my window. I see them crawling up on my wall. So yes, you still scare me, Avi. He folds the letter, puts it under his pillow, and waits for the night monster to reply. The night monster replies again, and this time it's a long letter and it's double sided. So, what happens? Avi opens the letter. On one side, the night monster has written, "Dear Avi," he's so tired of Avi now. He writes, "Dear Avi, it is not me which is making the shadows move. Haven't you read? Shadow object comes in the way of light. Look carefully. They are still the trees, the toys that you play with, the buildings that you see in the morning. They are shadows of all the things that you've seen in the day. There is no need to be scared of them. Please don't be scared." And then the night monster says, "The shadows are just playing with each other. They are not trying to scare you. And your mother leaves you alone in the night so that I can come to you and bring you sweet dreams. So don't be scared of me, please. I'm not a monster." And then he turns the paper back. What's written there? There are so many sad emoticons that the night monster has made. Looks like the monster is not scary, but it's sad. What has it written? It says, "Dear Avi, you have locked me up in this box. I am sad. I am alone. It's dark in this box. I miss my friends. I miss the twinkling stars. I miss the shining moon. Please take me out of this box. I am alone. I want to be out of this box. I've explained everything to you. I am not a monster." Avi keeps the letters aside and he starts feeling sorry for the night. Is any one of you feeling sorry for the night? Can I see your comments? Is any one of you feeling sorry for the night? Okay, so what happens? Avi goes back to his sister. And Avi tells his sister, Swati, maybe night is not a monster. No, the night explained to me. It's the owls and the bats which make the sound. It's the wind that makes the curtains blow. And the shadows are just things I know of in the day. And so he tells Swati, shall we take the monster out of the box? It goes, Avi goes with his sister, opens the box, takes the monster that he had drawn, the really scary one, and he takes it out of the box. And that night he's confident that the night monster won't come back. So then he goes back to his room, and as the night settles, as the darkness settles, today Avi was not scared. He could hear the owl sing, but he just smiled at her. He could see the curtains dance, but he was not scared of it anymore. He could see the shadows playing with each other, and he was not scared of the shadows anymore. And he waited on his bed for the beautiful dreams that a night had promised to get to him. So this night, Avi wasn't scared anymore. The night monster had gone. Now, as I had promised, I will read the book to you, I will show the illustrations to you, and I will tell you a little secret as well. Are you ready for that? Tell me yes if you're ready to see the illustrations. Okay, so here are the illustrations, beautiful illustrations made by Sanket. Can you see? This is the first page where Avi was still scared of the night and he saw all the shadows that are there. And here is when he spoke to his sister, his lovely, caring sister. And here is when he drew the monster, remember, to drive it away. See? And then he locked it up in a box. But his fear didn't disappear, did it? This is the night. Aren't the illustrations beautiful? We all love illustrations made by Sanket. And his lovely sister is helping him out. She's very caring. She always helps him out. Here is when he writes the letter to the monster. And the letter of the monster. The monster replies back. This is my absolute favorite in the book. The owl, our naughty owl, which likes to sing in the night. And here are the lovely letters. If you grab hold of this book, you can see these letters that Avi writes. And you can see the letters that the night monster writes. Aren't they lovely? I love them. And here is the night, some more pictures of it. All the letters that Avi writes and the night monster writes back. And here is when he goes to tell his sister that he's not scared of the night monster anymore. And here is the night when Avi is not scared of the night monster. And now, as promised, I will tell you a little secret. So, what happens that night? When Avi says he's not scared of the night monster, his sister goes to her room and she crumples the paper, as you can see here, and she puts it aside. And she says, my job is done. My little brother is not scared of the night anymore. I leave you with this little secret, and I want all of you to do an activity now. Okay? So what I want you to do, all the little children and their parents, everyone, cup your hands like this, okay? And put them on your eyes. Put them on your eyes like this. I can't put because I have to see you. So have you done that? Now I want you to demystify the night. I want you to imagine how beautiful the night can be. Can you see the twinkling stars? Millions of them in the sky like tiny candles. Can you see them? Can you see the beautiful moon? On 7th May, we saw something called the super flower moon, isn't it? The moon looks beautiful even today. So imagine the beautiful moon. Can you see all the buildings with their flickering lights? Can you see your parents, your mama, your papa? Snuggle into them. Now you can open your eyes. You can do this. Imagine the night is very beautiful. The night is the time to stare at stars. It is for stargazing. The night is the time to rest. It's the time to snuggle with your parents and read a beautiful book. There is no need to be scared of the nights. Didn't we see how Avi got over his fears? Are you still scared of the night? Let me know in your comments. Are you still scared of the night? And while some of you are answering whether you're still scared of the night, there are some fun facts I would want you to know. Did you know that at the night when you stare at the sky, because it's not scary anymore, you can see all the planets. At least some of them you can see with your naked eye. That's Venus. It's very bright, and today evening also you can see. Look at the sky and try to see which is the brightest thing that you can see in the sky. Most likely it's Venus. You can see Mars, you can see Jupiter, you can see Saturn. And as my astronomer friend told me, he had this joke. You know, Sushree, you can also see Earth at night. Of course we can. So you can see all of these planets in the night. And do you know which is the brightest star? It's Sirius. So you can see that star as well. All of these beautiful things you can see in the night. And about our night monster. A lot of people, a lot of children used to tell him the owl is a night monster. I would request all of you to go online and look at the picture of an owl. Trust me, it's unique, it's different. Its eyes are a little scary, but once you know about it, it's very fascinating. And the owl has 3 eyelids, one for blinking, one for sleeping, and one for cleaning. Its eyes like a viper. Okay? So let's not be scared of the night anymore. And tune in to Katha with Karadi for many more stories like this. And if you love the story and many more that have been published by our wonderful Karadi Tales, please go to the website of Karadi Tales. There is a 40% discount till the lockdown ends. And you will receive your copy once the lockdown ends. So let's continue to learn, explore, enjoy, especially the night. Thank you very much for your session today. I would love to hear comments about you and what is it about night that makes you think it's beautiful. Have a great weekend.